Hello guys, my name is Caleb, I'm from KCNE Studios, and today we are going to be continuing our Godzilla backwards reviews. We are on Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. Now, this movie is like my favorite Godzilla movie from back when I was a boy, way back then in like 2006, which is so long ago. It was just my favorite movie, and today I'm going to be talking about this movie, so I hope y'all enjoyed the video. So I want to get started with the things that I didn't really like about this movie, which is very few, because today I just finished watching it like a few minutes ago, and I learned that from Godzilla 1984 to Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, those three movies, including Godzilla vs. Biollante, are, in my opinion, the best of the Heisei series, partially because they kept the suit in Godzilla vs. Biollante and King Ghidorah. They kept Godzilla's suit similar, and they kept his roar similar throughout the whole first three movies. And then in the next one, it's not that good. Learn that. But this is a great movie. Made like number 4 on my top 10 kaiju list, which will be revised soon. But let's get started. Here's the bad things. Very few bad things about this movie. But here we go. So, it's a little cheesy, I have to say, in some parts. I mean, just little things. And it's more like cheesy goodness than cheesy if you know what I mean. It's like good cheesy, like memorable cheesy. Next thing is the green screens and the masking wasn't very good. That's a hard thing to do, green screening and masking, and at least they didn't overuse it in this movie. That's my opinion. But yeah, green screening and masking is pretty hard to do. I know that because we've done it in some of our other movies that we've made throughout the years. And the last thing is some of the voice actors kind of didn't do very good. Very few. This movie wasn't very famous for that, but, you know. Something strange I found about this movie is when Godzilla in his dinosaur form was hit by the cannons from the destroyers, or what, the battleships, it almost sounded like he was making Gamera's roar. I don't know if anyone else caught that. That's just what I saw. Now, let's get on to the good things. Intro. The intro is amazing. If y'all don't know, I'm all about intros. If they're epic, then I'll love them. Most TV shows aren't very good about that, and what I like about Godzilla is that there's so much content while it's not like a TV show, because TV show quality compared to motion picture quality is a big difference. I mean, you look at let's say Destroy All Monsters, then you look at Ultraman. I'm sorry, but Ultraman didn't do very good. But that's just something I noticed. But yeah, intros. Intros are amazing, in my opinion. Next is the story. Somewhat complicated story because they get into the whole time thing. I'm guessing one of the directors, the director of this movie, watched an episode of Doctor Who and then just kind of fizzled it in with Godzilla. I liked it, at least. I thought it was cool. Story, I liked it. Godzilla's roar, amazing. Like I said, 1984, Godzilla vs. Biollante and Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, the roars are top notch, in my opinion. Just so powerful, such a powerful roar. Next is King Ghidorah's roar. Big change from the Showa series to the Heisei series. but I liked it. I thought it was good. It's very, not intimidating, but it just sounds cool. Next, we'll go to the battle. Battle was epic. And for the Heisei series, if you notice, most of the battles are just ranged battles, like using their atomic beams and things like that. Not always getting physical. And in fact, this might have been the last movie where they actually got, like, up close to each other. Well, no, that's not true, but they hardly do that in any of the other movies. But battle was amazing. Somewhat the beginning of the ranged battles, because he didn't have a ranged battle with Biollante. I mean, the only thing with Biollante is he had his tentacles and he had his acid beam thing, his vomit of gooey stuff. Alright, next thing is M11. M11 is life. M11 is amazing. I thought it was hilarious the way he runs, just like this. He's a really interesting character in the movie. I really liked him. Not much to say. He's just a cheesy character, but he's really funny. Next is the music. The music, Akira Ifukube, really good music, especially the intro music. It's amazing. Here's something you gotta get on iTunes, which is here's what I got. I got the Showa series and the Heisei series soundtracks. And yes, they actually have the soundtracks on the iTunes store. Amazing. Just amazing roars. Amazing. What am I talking? Amazing music. The roars are good too, but just Akira Ifukube did really good with this movie. I think this is the first movie in the Heisei series where he fully helmed the roars. And yes. Next, I want to congratulate this movie on there being no nighttime battles. Thank you so much. I mean, for those of you that like nighttime battles and you like daytime battles, watch this movie, please. Or at least watch the fight scenes or where Godzilla's attacking the city. Yeah, they just did really good. I mean, this proves that they don't have to do nighttime battles. And I hope Pacific Rim and Godzilla 2014 learned from that. And I'm very glad to hear that in Pacific Rim 2 there's going to be more daytime battles than nighttime battles. I think that's what they said. But, yes. Daytime battles can still be epic. You get to see more of the monster, kind of. If you're going for a creepy look, monster battles aren't very creepy. So, I just don't see the point in that. And in my kaiju movies, I'm going to be learning from this fight scene in Godzilla versus Godzilla versus King Ghidorah. Next is the suits, monster suits. Godzilla's suit in this one is fantastic, maybe even better than Godzilla versus Biollante's. Or I don't think I should compare it to Return of Godzilla because there's so many fans of that. I don't know. I'll probably do a top 10 favorite forms of Godzilla or Godzilla suits. And I'm going to call it Forms of Godzilla because I want to add in the 2014 Godzilla so I can include him because that is one of my favorites. Why is my chair so squeaky? I don't know. Next is the characters. Characters were somewhat interesting, especially M11. Here's something I noticed. This movie in Godzilla vs. Biollante, M11 versus the assassin guy from Godzilla vs. Biollante. That would be an epic battle. Sorry, just wanted to throw that out there. Next is the origin story. One of the biggest parts to this movie is that they delved right into Godzilla's origin story, where you actually got to see him as a dinosaur. And in Godzilla 2014, I didn't really see them go that deep into the origin story at all. But then when you think about it, they showed a skeleton of Godzilla one of the Godzillas in the movie, and it makes me wonder if Godzilla was already at his height, and then they just used the nukes, and then he grew bigger. But that's my theory on Godzilla 2014, and I think that's what they were going for. But yes, in this, he was a dinosaur, and when he roared, he sounded like Gamera, as I said, which is kind of strange, but, you know, it's still cool. And yeah, the origin story. Next thing I want to say is the ending. Ending is fantastic, where you're zooming in on the monsters in the ocean. Godzilla's still connected to like King Ghidorah's Mecha King Ghidorah's grabber thing, and that's another great thing about this movie. Mecha King Ghidorah, genius, just fantastic. Something I kind of strange about it is they had that one person, one of the time travelers, the main time travelers, as actually piloting Mecha King Ghidorah. I don't think that's a very good idea, because they probably have a lot better Mecha King Ghidorah drivers in the future, I guess. I don't know what I'm talking about. But, yeah, the ending was just epic. Godzilla's just going like, just roaring and then going like, really cool. I love Godzilla. The beginning, hey say Godzilla roars. It's fantastic. And the last thing, remake. Would a remake be good? This movie would probably be one of the best to do a remake for if they did it in the Legendary series. And in fact, the third Godzilla movie that they'll do, and I'm guessing they will do a trilogy. If there's a Godzilla 2023, like I'm talking about like a third Godzilla, I think they could model it off of this movie. They don't have to add in the time travel-y part, but right now I'm just thinking about the fight scenes. The story was great too, and so was the fight scenes. But anyways, guys, thank y'all for watching. Make sure to support our channel. Go share. I'm really excited about the rest of the Godzilla movies that we're going to be reviewing. Next one is Godzilla vs. Mothra, which is not the best of the series, but who cares? I haven't seen it since like 2 summers or 1 or 2 summers ago. But thank y'all for watching. Share, subscribe if you haven't, and have a great day.